Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Hey, all you people. Won't you listen to me? You know that one SpongeBob episode? You know when that man had the Krabby Patty with jelly? No? You don't? My fault. Well, you're gonna have to get learning to the episode of this. This episode of the Just Talking podcast. This doc now. Just talking. Seeing how y'all been. I don't really have a topic for this episode. Um, there's not gonna be in no order all chaos though. It's gonna be. I'm gonna try and have this somewhat organized. Maybe we'll find stuff on the fly. Maybe not. It'll be just talking one where it's like a little life update, little what's it 2 years, additionals, whatever. Um, shit. Talk about All Star Weekend too. The first thing is a little sidebar, little side thing. I was driving to work as I do. As a working man, not boy. I'm a man. As a working man, and like I passed by a place, and it's like, let me make sure it's Goldfish Swim School, right? I won't lie. For some reason, the first thing in my dumb ass was all like, goldfish. Like they be teaching the goldfish how to swim, or they just saying like you can take your goldfish there, because you know how like when fishes are swimming together, it's called a school. So it's like I was thinking, oh shit, it's like when you take your dog to a dog park to go and let dogs play with it. And look, this was all like these are all the thoughts I had in a matter of 5 seconds type shit too. So it's like I was like, all right, it's either they teaching goldfish how to swim, or it's just like they just putting the goldfish in there to hang out with other goldfish. And I was like, is goldfish even that expensive that you gotta like take it to a whole nother school? Instead of just buying more goldfish at home, give them their own little school in the tank type shit. And then it hit me. I was like, oh no, it's for kids because goldfish, kids. But it's like y'all couldn't think of like a better, like isn't there like something like what is huh? I actually don't know. What's what's a fish that what's a kid fish called? Uh Kid fish's name. Depending on the stage of a fish, a baby fish is called a larva, an alevin, a fry or fingerling. I think I heard of the fry one. What the hell? Kid friendly fish names? Oh, okay. This is if they want to name. Yo, I won't lie. If my kid wanted to name their fish Fish Face, I'd be upset. I'd be upset. Fish Face, nigga? Really, nigga? Shit. Maybe it's just my trauma, all right? I was never called Fish Face, personally. But like, shit, I remember when my little sister was in her like younger age and she didn't use no like she didn't really know how to roast, she didn't know how to Joan nothing. She just be calling people cookie head and shit. It's not even real trauma, but it's like fish face is crazy though. I won't lie. Use fish face against a nigga with big lips, it's a wrap. Like that. I saw this One Piece video, right? And it was like Oda talking about black people, and it was like so the black person was like I guess fighting a battle or not a battle but an argument where it was like some nigga said y'all can't swim, and then he was like no we can swim, and then he had Oda in the background. He's like yeah they can swim, don't say that, they can definitely swim. And then the guy's like yeah thank you man. He's like yeah they're one of the best swimmers I know. And he was all like best swimmers you know, aren't I the only black person you know? And then he was all like, they're kind of like fish. And then he's like, all right, now you're going too far. I appreciate the jest type shit, you know? It was going on like that. I'm going to repost it on the podcast story. for today, for the one time when it's one time. It was just, and that shit had me thinking because I've also been rewatching Dragon Ball, and everybody knows that Toriyama especially is notorious for drawing like a lot of black people with the big lip type thing on. Like Mr. Popo is I guess the worst example of it, but there's a lot more black people in early Dragon Ball. And hey, he does learn by the end of Dragon Ball Z when that, or I wouldn't even say by the end of Dragon Ball Z. I think he does learn by like Dragon Ball Z time period that like maybe I shouldn't be drawing these niggas with the lips like that, with balloon lips, huge ass circles on their face, type shit, right? So he does kind of learn from there, and I don't like fully blame the nigga. Like if that, especially because you got to keep in mind when Dragon Ball was even drawn, like Dragon Ball manga release date probably 70, oh 85. That's actually series was serialized as fifth as 519 individual chapters in the manga Weekly Shonen Jump from 1984 to 95. Well, when did the was it not did he not have the releases beforehand? Hmm. You see, and that's the thing, because it's like, so they let him draw like a whole bunch of the chapters first, or are they saying it just started then too? Well, to be fair, that wasn't even his earliest work. I'm pretty sure Doctor Slump came first. Doctor Slump manga release. I guess he just, yeah, 1980 was Doctor Slump. I got volume one sitting on my on I don't know. I guess it wouldn't be called a counter, and it's not the dresser, but it's just on the table I got in my room. I'd be flipping through that every now and then. I enjoy like old anime type humor. Probably one of the reasons why I enjoy freaking One Piece so much, even because and you can tell like when you go, I don't can't really watch all his interviews, but when you read through the translations of his interviews, especially with Toriyama, you can tell like the amount of revere and like respect he has for Toriyama. Shit, he and mind you, Toriyama has memory issues. He remembers more stuff from Dragon Ball than Toriyama. So it was just like great in all that in all those aspects. Shit, I remember I was reading or watching Dragon Ball, and it's like some of the elements, like the Nika thing, low key that was in Dragon Ball. People don't know, people don't want to admit it. To be fair, a lot of people, especially my generation specifically, haven't seen Dragon Ball. Um, they've seen Dragon Ball Z, but they haven't seen the original Dragon Ball. So I can't really blame them. And Dragon Ball goes in an interesting way. At least I might reread it too at some point because I've read it before. I can't say it was in order or anything because I was just picking up them books from the shelves in the library back in the day. But yeah, Dragon Ball in and of itself has just like when I was watching it, the way that they kind of flipped through everything, I didn't even realize it was that quick. They met Master Roshi for the first time, damn near episode 5. By episode 10, they're like I'm on episode 10 right now. Yamcha's already been introduced. They're already damn near done collecting the 7 Dragon Balls, at least for the first time. Um and then like when I was keep going, I was like, oh shit, but there's still 150 episodes, so this nice long series is just like, especially when it's been so long, you're just kind of like, wow, I didn't even realize like how much things were shown in the beginning, how much things are left to be shown. They still have to do the crane school and all that. But back to the goldfish shit. Just for a little bit, just because I was still there, anyways. Um, yeah, I was trying to see, is there any other name? That's why I was looking up like names for young fish, and I was like, is there any other names like fishlings or whatever? I guess that's what it was before, fry. But you can't really just say fry school. Niggas gonna be coming in there with a spatula saying, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Type shit. It's not that's not what niggas is looking for, bro. So Like what? A fingerling? A larva school? Like I can't larva swim school. I can't hold them. I can't hold them. So I guess you just gotta like run through it like that. But hey, what you gonna do? Funny enough, like this is another side note about just random like names of shit and everything. I didn't know there was a hockey team called the Senators. That's a lame ass name, bro. Like an NHL team called the Senators? Ottawa Senators? Is this in Canada? Yeah, it's a Canadian team, bro. Like, and the worst part of like, I get it because that's what like some of the people in like just naming the Spartans or some shit like that, bro. The Senators, the fucking Senators. That's a weird ass name, bro. Maybe back then when Senators didn't just mean what it is now, a bunch of old people who congregate in a circle and fucking vote on stuff that they had already pre-decided for the most part what they're gonna vote on beforehand. Now these niggas don't even have to wear suits and shit for real. They can come in with any type of attire. And I'm like, nigga, you old. You better come in with the overall and all them joints, bro. You better like that's the one thing y'all niggas fucking do. If you're not gonna let real young niggas like, I'm not even asking. I'm not asking for 20-year-olds. Like, just have 30-year-olds, people that actually know what Wi-Fi is and shit like that. Like one of the past videos, I went through some of the fucking trials, and it's just like some of them were fucking sad. It's like, god damn, y'all niggas don't know shit. Y'all niggas just running the country. You don't know shit. You will be on fucking Joe Biden's ass, nigga. It's same fucking shit with some of the senators. What's that one nigga that be looking petrified sometimes? God damn, bro. Like, I don't even know. Real quick, has the Senators ever won? Senators hockey, championships. Oh wow, they won the Eastern Conference Championship. I don't think they've ever won. Shit, and they only been to no. They went to the Stanley Cup 11 times, and they were founded in 1883. Okay. Um. So when they were first founded, they had won 11 times, and then they were um kicked out the league, I guess, in 1934. And then they came back 1990 after a 2-year public campaign. They got a new franchise, and they've won the President's Trophy. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't watch hockey. And they made it to the Stanley Cup Finals before, but they never won that shit. Oh, team with the most points, best in the regular season. Why is it called the President's Trophy? Yeah, I don't know. Trophy is kind of a weird name, but I feel like if you're the Senators winning the President's Trophy, just seems better. Just because you already got that goofy ass name. Yeah, but hey. All right. I guess moving on from that, talk about All Star stuff and all that. First thing, shit, the homie hooked it up, bro. This past weekend, the NBA fucked up with NBA.com. All right. And a whole bunch of people got league pass, 12 months free of league pass because they were putting in some what you call it. They were trying to put in I'm yawning the fuck. Oh, let me see. Let me get the Alani over here. Maybe some water. Get a nigga all patched up. All right, get some work done in this bitch. Second or third time yawning. We only 15 minutes in. To be fair, I haven't slept that much today, so hey, don't forget to drink your water, bro. Ma'am, Puma. Don't forget to get everything in. But in totality, a lot of people said they didn't like All Star Weekend. Obviously, there's a good amount of point. Like people said as a whole, there's a whole bunch of things not to like. There was a lot of people who were definitely not taking it seriously, like usual, but it felt even worse more this year than previous years. Like there was 211 points scored from the East, and from the West it was like 186. So obviously no defense was getting played, and it was like one of the worst ones uh, ever played. But at least starting from the beginning, I didn't hate though. Like I didn't hate the. I guess it's not right. Yeah, it's still called Rising Stars. The Rising Stars Day on Friday, and I actually had to rewatch it because I didn't. I forgot that they did that on Friday instead of Saturday. So I had to rewatch some of those. I liked watching it for the most part. Um, I don't know how they choose the people for the G League team, but I definitely felt like that needed to be like worked on because I don't know if the G League team has ever done good. Like if I'm looking at it, yeah, with Amani Bates, Mates Buzelli, Oscar Tebishwi, Alondis Williams, Mac McClung, Tyler Smith, Ezen Almensa, Ronald Hollins the second, and now he didn't even play because of his coach decision. Which I'll say that giving somebody a DNP when Yannick gets lost anyways, I think is nasty. Y'all should just played him. Oh wait, actually, shit. What did I feel like they lost? So they did win. The G League team actually did make it to the finals. Um, I guess I didn't watch that one. I watched the first one with J Dubs and everything and Benedict Mathurin, and then I watched the finals. So the G League team did make it. No, it just feel no wait. Oh, that's field goal percentage. Where's the points? Total points 36, 41. Yeah. I do like I'm still wondering how the G League team is picked. How are the teams like we'll go through some of the rules and everything and we'll continue talking about it. How are the teams picked for Rising Star? 28 players are selected, 12 rookies, 12 sophomores, and 4 G League Ignite players. They'll be drafted into 4 teams 7, which are led and coached by members of the NBA's 75th anniversary team via draft. I don't know if that was the same thing this year. I think this was all just G League players. Yeah. And some of them ignite. Some of them probably most likely two-way players. Like I think Mac McClung might still be a two-way. I know he became one last year, and they kind of just gave it to him the like honorary beforehand. Oh yeah, he's on the Magic. Uh, but it's just I don't know. I feel like for a lot of people, it's just not too great. And I guess Amani Bates, he was drafted. I don't know if he was sent to the G League. Yeah, I don't know how much. Let's see how much playing time has he played in Cleveland. Yeah, he played in the Cleveland stuff. Okay, that's fine then. So I guess they did kind of still mix it up a little bit, which I'm kind of glad about. I didn't want them to have just a G League team. That's what my friend had told me. So at least when I first seen this like list of teams of people who I know I seen the least of and shit, they don't even have pictures. Like some half of them don't have pictures on the NBA.com. So it's really like, oh, maybe that's why. For the most part, I can like I can pretty confidently say like, yeah, I know everybody on the team PAL. But I feel like the way people drafted, like Team Jalen was like crazy. It didn't even make sense how he got all those people. And his team ultimately was the one that won, but like, god damn. Like if I just name off Jalen's Team Jalen, he had it's Jalen Rose, I'm pretty sure. He had Jeremy Sohan, Chet Holmgren, Walker Kessler, Benedict Mathurin, Jalen Williams, Derek Lively, Jordan Hawkins, and then Shaden Sharp, well, didn't play because on a coach's decision. And then Tamika had Keegan Murray. Okay, I see it. Paolo Bencaro, I definitely understand. That's probably like one of the first picks, if not the first pick that people should choose. Um, Jalen Duran, okay. Jaden Ivey, okay. Scoot Henderson, I see the vision, but okay. Keontae George, Vince Williams Jr., Dyson Daniels, who didn't even play. It was just like whose team could you even like see beating them? J Dubs, like just J Dubs and Chet are starting caliber players on their team who at, like may not have it right now, but are easily all-star level talent soon. Chet probably even like Chet pretty close to it, and then J Dubs really is just like, in my opinion, a little bit lack of opportunity to really just grow into it, especially with how deep the OKC is. So it's just I didn't understand how they like how you just let Jalen Rose choose all these niggas. Even Jeremy Sohan isn't a worst pick. At the very least, you can run him on defense, especially with his length, athleticism, and his relentless energy. So I thought the Rising Star game was pretty solid or pretty good. I enjoyed Benedict Mathurin, all his shit talking, all when he made the bet that he's gonna ice the game with two free throws and he missed both. I thought Friday was pretty successful. It was a nice starter. Um, like nothing like super crazy, but I thought it was like good for what it was supposed to be and like better than some of the past ones. So I didn't understand the flack if you're saying that. Skill challenge. I do think they might just need to can that one for the most part. I don't know. Maybe not can it, but like keep on like doing because like what is the point of it? And funny enough, I think like the past few times the home team, like the hosting team, has usually won it. But like I just don't. It's not that enjoyable to watch to me. So it's a dud for, and it's always going to be a dud for what it is. Anthony Edwards is all like, I'm gonna shoot left-handed the entire time. Hit the backboard three straight times when he was doing that. So it was like people were already not really taking it seriously, and it was just a bad experience all the way around. I'll definitely say that. The 3-point contest, thought it was great. High scores all the way around, so it shows in the league that 3-point shooting, like it just demonstrates how much a priority 3-point shooting has become, and how much like talent at in that skill a lot of people are starting to develop. I liked how close it was. It was tight. They ended up being needed to be. They ended up needing to be a 4-way tiebreaker, which I thought was great. Nice little thing. I didn't really care too much about the foot on the line stuff. I know some people did. They said it about Cat. There were some people who were saying there's points where Dame's foot was a little bit up above the line as well. But I didn't think it was like significant enough, even really for either, for it to really matter. But I thought it was good all in all. I didn't have like any problem. I watched it right before I clocked into work. I was like, all right, bet this is gonna be a good show. It was. I enjoyed it. And then that leaves a dunk contest, which Jacob Toppin, Obi Toppin's brother, did end up getting a little bit like screwed. I'm a Jalen Brown fan. Was definitely surprised to see him in there. Didn't have the best dunks. Didn't really understand the like heist in that one. Just like a lot of people did it. I get it. One stream of the year, years in a row. I still don't want to see you jump over someone who's like 5'6" and then put them and like even worse, make them sit on a chair. Um, and I just one of my other things like people are all like judging was inconsistent, judging was nice. The thing is that judges don't want to piss off these players no more, and it's been like so subjectively like done straight by certain like I guess the algorithm that they use to collect it is also a little bit different. But there's a damage over time player. Um, wait, what did I say? Did I say damage over time player? What am I? Yo, yeah, I think I spaced out for a second. My fault. I told y'all niggas I was tired. Damage over time, nigga. I was thinking about paladins for some reason. Like, god damn. Still talking about All Star Weekend, right? Oh yeah, dunk contest. Yeah. God damn. Where would the fuck? I'm gonna have to play that shit back just for me. What? I'm gonna leave it in there, but god damn. Damage over time player. Golly. But like, yeah, I just didn't like the voting the way it was. The past few years, it just feels like everybody's getting high 40s to 50s on things that I don't even think you should get high 40s to even high 40s for. Like, it's just no type of consistency, nothing like, I don't know what the criteria for the dunks are. When Jacob Toppin had a great, crazy dunk, it was like, it was like sneezed at. Like nobody, people were like, oh yeah, whatever. I didn't do this. I was like, nigga, you get up there then, Kenny. Like why were he? I didn't understand a lot of that shit. And one of the other things is like the entire night, and other people have talked about it. I'd like a content creator who I really like pressed for it, and I'm glad that he did it. Like he put that shit out immediately too. It was fucking Motown Noah. Kenny Smith the entire day for Saturday. I can't say much for Sunday. I didn't really watch that game. I was planning to rewatch it later. Way I've heard people talk about it, might just watch the game recap. But god damn, bro, that man did not seem like he wanted to be there at all. And it's like, I get it to an extent. TNT, it's your job, so you just have to. But he was not. He just seemed like a hater for most of the day. And like my last episode was hating 101. So I'm not mad at him for hating it, but it was just like it was just weird the way he did it. Like he didn't just like for the 3-point contest when he was hating on certain people for like, oh yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. I was like, I wasn't too mad at it. Shit, I was in my break room saying that same type of shit. I was like, yeah, he's right. Cat probably is the one that's gonna get out. And then it was Tyrese Halliburton. So it was like that was for the tiebreaker. But even like throughout the entire night, he just was not in a. He was in a mood. He was in a mood, and that was shown like the most from in the Steph Curry Sabrina shootout, which I thought it was good. I enjoyed it when I rewatched it and everything because I had to like leave right before it came on to clock in. And I was like, I was so confused with his commentary, especially, particularly at the end, where he was trying to say it wasn't fair for Sabrina or some shit, or like and the points he was making was just terrible. It was like, so he was all like, the first thing he said was, um, oh yeah, it's not fair. Steph didn't really win, blah blah blah, because Sabrina didn't shot at the NBA line. If she shot at the WNBA line, it would have been better or fair. And there was one of the commentators that like literally called him out on it. It's like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, what's going on? Like, one of my friends, for example, he was essentially watching it and everything like live, and he was saying he was glad Steph won to just avoid the trolls, which I was like, It's like I don't know. To be fair, especially the way Sabrina performed, I didn't think the WNBA players were gonna get trolled, and I don't think they really got trolled. In fact, I would argue there's probably a lot more defense. I've I've been a little bit more gone from social media, so I haven't really been on top of that. So even then, I didn't see it. In fact, let's just go on Twitter, type in Kenny Smith in the bar. It's probably gone by now, but you can probably see some old tweets. Did Sabrina was Lomsku shoot the lights out from NBA range last night? Yes. Did Sabrina Lansky use a WNBA regulation size ball? Yes. Did Kenny have a point? Did Kenny have to point that out while the NBA is clearly trying to uplift women's sports? No. I agree for that. Sucks how Kenny Smith really tainted a special moment in basketball history. Kenny Smith literally says anything, but everybody watching at home tonight is a little nigga in that one cook shit, movie or show or whatever. Oh yeah, Joel Embiid even said Kenny Smith been drinking LMAO. Rob Perez said Kenny Smith would have, David Stern would have Kenny Smith versus Sabrina next year booked already. Book it. That's a Motown Noah shit. He be doing at some of the end of his videos. Shout out that nigga again. But yeah, I didn't. It was just so weird. A lot of the commentary and like the energy around it, and just the ending of it Sunday, which is like supposed to be the highlight of it, which is the All Star game. It just didn't live up to it. Because obviously there's like the spectaculars and all that that's supposed to come with it. And I don't think necessarily like the draft, like taking away the draft and making it back Eastern Western Conference is what made it like go back to being kind of or below rather. Um, it's I will say, funny enough, I'm not gonna say that that the rule, the 65 game rule, caused it. But do you guys think that that some of the players had the 65 game rule lingering in their minds still? Like especially in terms of A, getting hurt and ended up missing games, or just B, getting my fault. Or just B, like just like doing it slightly out of spite. I don't think they would have done that out of spite necessarily. But it's just like the way the way it's been is just I don't know. I don't think you can just eliminate the All Star game. I don't think you can eliminate the dunk contest. And I'm just talking about all the bad things. I don't. I think you can eliminate the skills competition. I think a better representation of that would just be doing pig or horse, and then maybe it's hard to want to replace the dunk contest. So maybe you just add. You either move the 3 point shooting contest to the end, which is what I heard some people recommend, because I will agree the 3 point shooting contest is what is more exciting now, especially with the level of shooting in the NBA. It feels more exciting than the dunk contest. So ending it off with the dunk contest is like ending it off on a low, and you shouldn't really want to do that. Maybe that's where you put the one-on-one game. You put the one-on-one stuff at the end. Um, Shoot, and there's a lot of players that said that they'd be willing to like do that. A suggested format by a few people is guard versus guard, like the guard stage, the wing stage, and then the big man stage, in which wings will go against each other, and then guards will go against each other, and like that's the way they would do one on ones because typically in one on one, bigs like a mobile big would generally have the advantage. Because for the most part, I won't say against wings, mostly against guards because they're gonna be able to swallow every rebound, put it back up, do all that. And there's so little a guard can do to really defend them, especially when they get into their little like close up zone. But like just imagining like I don't want to see say Joel Embiid and Jokic for like a center matchup because obviously like and I'm not saying it would be bad because Jokic does have an offensive bag. However, I just don't feel like I would be as tuned in or like because I'll say this: Philly fans be on their own separate shit, and they'll use that shit as a crutch. Even if you can tell like visibly that Jokic isn't trying, they will still use that shit as a crutch. Which is like I just don't know. Like, let me see. What's a big? Who's a big that you might want to see in a 1v1 against Joel Embiid? Like, you really have to look through down that list. Al Horford? Nah. like, yeah. Let's do this. Best bigs in the NBA 2024. Joel Embiid. Oh, Anthony Davis and Embiid would be good. I wouldn't hate one with Victor. I just don't know who he'd play against just due to like his skill set. Like not even being a problem for people, but like he's still in the development stages. I will say Victor being the fourth rated like big man is kind of crazy to me. Maybe this is just only centers, so like if it's or like people who can play the center position, people who play the center position primarily. Dario Saric. No way. I definitely thought I saw. Yeah, Ben Simmons, point guard center. That's a funny. It's a funny way to like describe it. Point guard center. A hybrid of them two. I just don't know. I've seen a lot of things where it's like, oh yeah, just bring outside dunkers, and that's what they did for Mac McClung. I definitely think that would like help spur on some new talent for the dunk contest. Um, this is a suggestion where it's like get big name stars, but it's like part of the issue of the dunk contest is the numbness to a lot of the stuff from it. And let me think. I just don't know, man. Yeah. I definitely think a one-on-one tournament should be added. I definitely think they should get away from the skills challenge. They should try and invite more people for the dunk contest. I don't think like having big names at this point in time anymore is going to help because I just don't think these people are working on dunks or I can expect them to work on dunks. There was games like literally up until Thursday last week, like before this past week. So or Thursday at the very least Wednesday. So it's like, all right, so these guys are still trying to prepare for games and whatnot. You guys are still saying you want LeBron, 39-year-old self to be up there. Nah, not really. Dunk contest isn't gonna win nobody a goat for me. I don't care what nobody says about that. That shit foolish. So it's like, hey man, you gotta do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do. I get it. I think for the All Star stuff, bring back the draft. In terms of how they would structure the actual All Star game for people to get the players to care, I just don't know. I think is needed is like a player who's gonna go out there and just care and just compete. And then at that point, it would become a little bit more infectious to other players, or it could be. Yeah, I really just think you need like two players on each team who are willing to compete, especially if they can work pretty well off each other. Because I feel like that's really the issue. Nobody wants to compete, and like I said earlier, whether it's because of injuries, I especially with the new CBA with the 65 game limit, or just other things. There's just a lot of thing. There's so much that you can't even necessarily fix it just by talking about it, or like it's hard to really think of solutions for this. As from on his side, it's just gone, or like the actual like that fervor, that spirit, that energy. You just heard like I remember I was watching a video and it had or YouTube, Instagram thing. It had like multiple videos and it had different legends saying like, look, if people take it seriously enough, like, because fans want to see the best pickup game ever or the best pickup game in the world, and what they're giving them is kind of anything but that. I don't even care about like making your highlights and doing all that as long as it's really only in the first quarter. But like once you start doing that in the second quarter too, or it just feels, huh? Like why are we not aiming at this guy? Like why are you not trying to like target people with pick and rolls and like do all that? No more, bro. Shit, I seen this one. I see like in that same Instagram reel. I seen Kobe talking about. It. He's like, yeah, me and CP3 when we were together, never lost the All Star game. I was like, I'm glad they took it seriously because that's when it was like good. I remember clips when Kobe was challenging LeBron to like take it to the next level during the All Star game. So hey, I understand again, 65 game rule, conserving of the bounty, all that yada yada stuff. But there's going to need to be changes down the line. Adam Silver did not seem happy about the ending. He said, scored the most points. Well, congratulations. He was not happy with the results. I wonder if there is changes to come based off of that. Uh, Changes come in the draft and other things. Shoot, I think there was the example of somebody getting injured after playing a long time in a All Star game was Kemba. Actually, I think he played almost 30 minutes in the All Star game, and then he was out the next 4 days or 4 games rather. It was either 4 days or games. I'm not necessarily sure, but that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, God damn, I can't hold them for not wanting to try. The one 2 years ago, I remember Kyle Lowry put his body on the line for them charges. And like, there's also not a lot of people who take charges that's going to really be in the All Star game. I feel like, especially like people who are known for taking charges and always trying to be in the way and trying to maximize their like defensive potential, like people like Lowry and stuff. They're just a lost form of point guards. But that's besides the point. That's a whole different story, its own different algorithm type shit. Um, I guess the next thing we can kind of talk about because that's all I really had for the All Star game is the whole Justin Fields, Caleb Williams stuff. All right, the whole debacle. All right, you know, really just letting niggas know what's going on. You know, but I just feel like, and this is me being more of a neutral fan of either team or most teams, because I don't even care if Washington gets Caleb Williams respectfully, or if the Bears trade their pick. Cause so I was talking to my homie about it. We were just hooping, chatting about it casually. I'm a super duper NFL casual at this point. I like Justin Fields as a player. I definitely like became more a little bit attached, not attached, but like a fan of his, kind of because of the way his draft stock kind of plummeted, and I kind of like in a weird way wish the Patriots had gotten to draft him instead of the Bears. They were saying that that was Belichick's target. Then wasn't so lucky. Got Mac Jones. It's so funny. Mac Jones plays that first year pretty well, and then everybody in the San Francisco's like, "Yeah, we're thinking about picking Mac Jones." Like, nigga, shut up, bro. Just stick with Trey Lance. They traded him to the Cowboys. We got as the Cowboys, we got to see what that man got for real. But hey, I just don't know. Going back to the Bears thing, I just don't know what the conversation should be. Like I said, I'm a super duper casual. I have a bias for Justin Fields, um, so I can't really say much. In the first half of the seasons, he's kind of he'd be stinking it up. Part of it is not definitely just due solely on him, but he definitely has some blame to take in some of the untimely and costly turnovers that he'll make. Him rushing with the ball and all that. But when I see the Bears, I can't really ever blame Justin Fields necessarily. Because this coach, it's weird. It's like you seen what he was doing that was good the year previous, but then you want him to turn into a pocket passer all of a sudden. And like I understand the idea of wanting him to work on that because he definitely should. I praise Lamar for getting a better pocket presence and pocket awareness while he's out there. So I can just only say similar things about my fault. Technical difficulties. I'm back, but like I was saying, I'm a casual, so I don't know too much. I know that it was both issue with the coaching, with trying to make Justin Fields a pocket passer, and in the beginning, instead of just running the RPOs that were already working and things like that. But obviously, Justin Fields was also making mistakes. I was talking to my friend, and he was all like, Caleb Williams is supposed to be a generational talent. So I asked him, I was like, well, if Caleb Williams is a generational talent, why would they not want to choose him? Especially if the coaches already do better with the system where the quarterback is more like a pocket passer. And he's a Washington fan. So he was saying, well, I wouldn't be mad if they traded us Justin Fields, but I don't know if I'd give Justin Field or I'd give the second pick for Justin Fields or whatever. And it was just kind of like that conversation where I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's left for it. I wouldn't know what to do in terms of that. As a football casual, especially, I don't look at draft prospects for NBA, much less football players. Really, the only fun that I get off the NFL draft is when I see Urinating Tree put out his draft guide, or not guide, but his after draft video where he kind of like does his evaluations on all the players and whatnot. However, let's look through this Twitter thread where this guy says the Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams quarterback debate in Chicago feels like a political battle at this point. So I made political attack ads for both them, as though they're candidates who need your vote this spring. So we'll click through some of these. Oh wait. Let me turn on the sound for y'all so you guys can hear it. Are you hearing me? Are you really hearing me? All right. Let's start the beginning.
Chicago children need a role model in their Bears quarterback. Chicago children need Justin Fields. Caleb Williams is a Washington, D.C. insider who became a West Coast elite. Justin Fields is a Southern gentleman who shares our wholesome Midwestern values.
This is fire. He put in a little attack stuff in there too for it. It's a real live political ad, bro. You see, I remember seeing some of these political ads on YouTube and shit. And I'm just like, God damn, I don't even know. But let's read the well, y'all could read it, but for the non-watch the listeners, Justin Fields is a Southern gentleman who shares our Midwestern values and knows how to handle the pressures of being a quarterback in Chicago. Caleb Williams is a Washington D.C. elite pushing profanity and obesity on our children. The Chicago Bears need to bring back Justin Fields for 2024.
Caleb Williams proudly displayed curse words on his fingernails. Is that the kind of language we want our children to see?
Did he actually do that?
Justin
Is that
Fields
real?
promotes healthy nutrition and supports small businesses in our community. Caleb Williams is obsessed with sugary, unhealthy candy. Who do we want as the face of our franchise? Another DC elite pushing profanity and obesity on our unsuspecting children?
God damn.
Or a man of the people who actually finished college and knows how to handle the pressures of being
Actually,
a quarterback in
finished college
Chicago.
is crazy.
Chicago Bears fans need Justin Fields.
Bring back.
Paid for by Friends of Fields Political Action Committee. Not affiliated with
hell.
Justin Fields, the quarterback.
That's hilarious. Caleb Williams is a meat-eating, red-blooded, all-American quarterback. Justin Fields was a vegan who runs away from the pressures on. Chicago Bears need a Heisman, not a Heis boy.
Chicago Bears need a quarterback to take them to the next level, who isn't going to run away when the pressure is on. Caleb Williams is the franchise quarterback Chicago needs. Caleb doesn't flee at the first sign of trouble. He sticks it out in the pocket when the going gets tough. In college, Justin Fields ran away from the Georgia Bulldogs to Ohio State. Caleb Williams owns Bulldogs because he's the pack leader. What are you running from?
He's the pack leader. This is fire, bro. This is fire.
Because he's the pack leader. What are you running from, Justin? The truth? Did I mention his middle name is Skyler? Caleb Williams didn't run away from the coach that believed in him, and he'll be loyal to Chicago. Justin Fields started a vegan diet in college. Now, he's a pescatarian. Make up your mind, Justin. Caleb Williams is a meat-eating, red-blooded, all-American
Bro, got a
quarterback.
Wendy's commercial.
Make Caleb your next Chicago Bears quarterback in 2024. Chicago needs a Heis man, not a Heis boy. Paid for by the Caleb for Chicago Political Action Committee. Not affiliated with Caleb Williams, the quarterback.
And then, like, one of the first memes, I'm going to create an environment that is so toxic. And this nigga said that's the person who made the political ads, Lauren Cox.
The Chicago
But that's what I'm
Bears.
saying. This shit is fire, bro. This shit is fire. And that's what I'm saying. They got a whole quarterback predicament going on in Chicago. Maybe they draft both and they do a whole little thing like the other few teams have been doing over the years, like the Patriots. Is it going to be Zappy or Mac? Shit, now they even drafting again for a quarterback, apparently. Patriots trade up, see what happens. It's like, nah, Belichick is gone. But technically, I think the new Patriots coach would be from the Belichick tree. He was Belichick's former player, turned coach. He'd been on the staff for a while. So, But that's what I'm saying. I'm not a big football guy, so I don't really know the answer. I'm just happy to see. They can compete in every All-Star Weekend event. By 2014 to meet All-Star Weekend, man. Did Dame Lillard do the dunk contest? I'm tripping. I guess they just mean every day of All-Star Weekend. Maybe join in, but wait, so Dame did do a dunk contest. Now I kind of want to just see a Dame dunk contest. Dame dunks it. Dame dunk contest. Yeah, they don't have nothing. Oh yeah, 2014, Damian Lillard in the slam dunk contest. Jesus Christ. Golly, this quality. Can I fix it? Oh, I can't. The highest is 480. Okay, wait. This one is the entirety, but well, I don't care for everybody's dunks.
This is the freestyle round. And 90 seconds for all three of them to participate in the freestyle dunk exhibition. Okay. Unlimited
Okay.
number of dunks. So that's like the get loose round. Yeah, the warm-up. Like the layup warm-up.
Ooh. Some of these are nice. Some of these are nice.
You like Terrence Ross and Charles, who you like?
Is that Paul George?
Harrison Barnes.
Yeah, I think the East overall got better dunkers. Yeah, without question. My sleeper is gonna be Harrison Barnes.
Harrison Barnes.
Yo, listen, man. The East could have three guys that could be in the finals of a dunk contest.
Ooh.
Because y'all can dunk with his left and his right.
Let's go to the West. See, yeah, that was Paul George.
Now the West.
You know, I think it's going to be very difficult to pick a winner. I mean, obviously, a team is going to win, but I don't know who I would say had the best dunks out of those three. Well, now they're going to go to the battle round, and the battle round is individual. It's not your team. So you have your team this time. You're trying to win the East, and then individually the next round. But I'm just saying, I don't know who's going to be favored going to the next round.
That was the winner last year. That kid right there, Terrence Ross from Toronto.
I mean, dunking is easy for Terrence Ross. Like, some guys are creative, but they have to use a lot of force and energy. Terrence Ross is just, I can just do it. You know,
nice.
You know that Toronto.
Ooh. Let's see this West freestyle. Let's see Dame do his little thing. Aim dollar.
Dunk in this freestyle version. Well, they better put this in. Okay, two hands. Harrison Barnes, great dunk. He would have done that dunk on somebody.
Let me see this Dame little shit.
That is real nice.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was able to catch that.
I didn't know he had that much in him.
I don't think he can do that, Kenny.
When is Dame gonna go?
Bet he does it.
Go ahead, Brody.
Bet he does it on this one. Bet he does it on this one. I told you.
Ooh.
It was too easy. The miss was too easy. Okay.
Oh, you see his
They
head?
warmed up. They warmed up.
You see his
They
head?
warmed up. They're warming up. They're warming up.
Dame only did one dunk.
The smallest.
All right, let's see this.
That's a bad toss. That's a bad toss. Oh. Yeah, it's not bad, man. It's not bad. That's a bad toss, too.
I know. There's no bad toss when you jump like that.
I didn't think he had that in him, though.
That's what I'm saying. Dame had that athleticism early on. I'm not gonna watch all of it. I'm just surprised to see that he was in it. I don't remember. But yeah, shit. Trying to think, is there anything else of note that I want to really mention? Yeah, I don't know. Is he rapping? Who knows, bro? I guess I can talk a little bit about Helldivers, that new game that I've been playing. Dog, so like my friend, he wanted to play a game that his people at work had been telling him about. It's called Helldivers 2. It's pretty popular actually. Like they get capacity at servers pretty often, surprisingly. So I downloaded it and I was playing it and I got my like I went through the tutorial and everything. And the tutorial and even in like the thing is only talking about bugs and shit. And then when I go and enter in the game, there's like 2 different zones. I don't know what the zones mean. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna go in, play in the bug. I'm gonna play in the red zone because I didn't think it mattered. I thought bugs are bugs. I go into the red zone and there's fucking robots in that bitch. And bro, when I say they are fucking me up, my nigga, they were fucking me up, my nigga. God damn, bro. I don't know, man. This is so fucking crazy, bro. Like, it was just so fucking crazy. Like, the way Like they were just fucking a nigga up. Like there was no way to be prepared. And I'm telling you, like I streamed it. I still have it on YouTube. They were fucking me up because it's like they continued. So the objective wasn't even like to kill a certain amount or anything, like it was when I went to one of the bug planets later on when my friend got on. The objective was to go and rescue some people in the lab. So I drop on there. I don't even know where the place is to like go and rescue the people. Apparently, got to press a button. At most, 3 of them come out at once, and then they run over there. But for some reason, they run through the robot crowd. Like they don't ever try to avoid them niggas. So the robot can kill them. This team kill on, so I can kill them. It was just so fucking crazy. It's just so I just don't know, man. Cause like they were just spawning over and over again, and there's a nigga that was level 1. So I went in there not fucking prepared for any of it. Them niggas were just fucking me up. They were eating me up, bro. I was suffering. Like I didn't even want to keep playing, bro. I got fucked up so badly, I stopped playing the game. My friend had to do something, so he didn't join me for that mission. But he called me back. He's like, I'm back. I was like, I thought you said you weren't playing anymore today. He was like, nah, but I mean it was like that, but now I can. And I was all like, well, I'm off it, bro. I'm laying in bed. I'm tired. He was like, what? Really? What happened? I was like, they fucked me up. They fucked me up. I don't want to play anymore. He convinces me to get back on. We do the bug planet once. And I'm like, I tell him, nigga, you gotta try the robot shit. Actually, no. Before I even got back on, I made him do the robot shit. He was getting fucked up. I joined him in the middle of that for the SOS, and then that's when we start doing a little bit better. Cause it's like, all right, it's cool. It's chill. Then we do the bug planet because we could not finish that shit. We just ended up leaving that mission midway through. We could not. Them robots were still fucking us up, and we had both of us. We do the bug planet. We start having a little bit of our confidence back. So then we were like, all right, this is gonna be the last game. We just hop into a robot joint. Tell me why these niggas had these niggas buffed up. They had robot. They had these niggas with big ass muscles. They were walking through. Nigga, it took more than a whole clip to kill these niggas. Nigga, we put out our machine guns, and that shit wasn't enough. Then these niggas started coming with bazookas and shit. It just didn't make any sense. Like, my boy ends up going off later, and like he keeps playing. I've been busy past couple of days, but he keeps playing it. He's like, yeah, my friend, like everybody's saying that those robots are like unusually hard. The reason that the tanks came is because we didn't start the mission as a solo like we did the other one. So it wasn't just the regular robots. They started bringing in additional things because they were like, well, if there's more people, it should be harder. Well, fuck you niggas. It was already hard to begin with. We only had one more nigga. You bring in tanks. My friend was like, yeah, nah, it gets even more wild when you got a 4-stack. Oh, Lord. I can't even imagine. Nigga said his friend had been running through shit and he's a high level. Even his friend was only still playing that robot shit on easy mode. This is the moment his friend tried to bump up the difficulty once. He ran through the bug planet with one of the highest difficulties, if not the highest one, on challenging. Bumped up that shit from easy to medium. He got fucked up. This is a nigga that was playing that game for a minute. I could not, bro. That shit had me. It really, like, Hell Divers, niggas was diving into hell. I fuck with the concept. I think it was really good. But god damn, that shit. That shit was killing a nigga. That shit was killing a nigga. But this is gonna be a shorter podcast, unfortunately. I do have stuff to do. I am super tired. And that's just how things is, man. Unfortunately. And honestly, I didn't have the preparation really to like do as many topics, I guess. I felt like I talked a lot about All-Star Weekend. I did what I could with the NFL stuff because, like I said, I'm regular casual. But I'll definitely say be excited for popping in on a different podcast. Shit was so long, and it seemed the episodes are seemingly going to be split. It's going to be on my boy Johnny's Financial Fitness podcast. Definitely think y'all should go and listen to it. It's on Apple Music, Spotify type shit. Or not Apple Music, but Apple Podcast, Spotify. And then it's going to be on his YouTube channel as well. So I encourage y'all to watch that when it does come out. I think he said Thursday. In general, just support him and his stuff. And this is Doc Nah. We clocking out of this bitch. I'll catch you on the next one.
That was the Just Talking Podcast.